people, Wasserman. They all came in on the Olympics, and then I saw Johnny, and we got the World Cup too. And you know, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. You know, I got both of them. I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. And I said, you know, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election and now we won. So I'm going to be your president for the Olympics.
He said it live during his inauguration speech.
Trump always says out loud what he is doing himself, even when he's accusing other people.
David, aka Empathy Tour on TikTok, makes his case. Now to piggyback off this.
Apparently, Elon created an app and he knew who won 4 hours before the results. So as the results were coming in, 4 hours before they called it, Dana White told me Elon was like, I'm leaving, it's over, Donald won. He just did somehow or another.
I'm going to go back into my pod and evaporate.
I don't know what he's getting, where he's pulling his data from, but he had like the most accurate data in terms of the rural states hadn't put their results in yet, but yet Trump was ahead in these states. Kamala's never going to win those states, so tabulated that and like put it all together. I don't know how he did it. But
yeah.
Dana, I haven't even talked to Elon about this. I don't know like the Dana translation, but Dana said he had an app and he was like showing him. He's like, it's over. Left.
It reminded me, this should raise a lot of eyebrows.
And then he journeyed to Pennsylvania where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So thank you to Elon.
As should this. Yeah, so it was bad, all right? But journalist David Levitt, who has worked for the likes of CBS, Yahoo, Examiner, to name a few, would even tweet from his account. Did Donald Trump just say that Elon Musk helped him rig the election? That has been the talk of the video that we just played. And hey, just a quick break in the action. You should go subscribe to my new show, The Rick Strom Show. I'm going to be interviewing people from sports, music, journalists, authors, sports doctors. It's going to be fantastic. Please go subscribe. Thank you.
So thank you to Elon.
Thanks, Elon, for all your help with those computers, because only you know them that well. Starting to think that all those Starlink conspiracy theories might have a little bite behind them.
And we got the World Cup too. And you know, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. You know, I got both of them. I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. And I said, you know, it's too bad. One was in 2026 and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election and now we won. So I'm going to be your president for the Olympics.
You know, I've been watching comedy since I was a kid, growing up watching some of the greats, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, you know, the list goes on. I know good comedy when I see it. I know a good joke when I hear it. That was neither. That was a dude that messed up because he's almost 80 years old, he's up on Adderall, and he sat there and said the quiet part out loud, but I guess we're all just going to ignore that, right? And just go ahead and let this dude get sworn in tomorrow. America's so...
Podcast host Ryan Shedd had some thoughts to spare as well. Even Congresswoman from Texas, Jasmine Crockett, who it seems has become a show favorite, also a lawyer, would weigh in. So Trump is rambling on about he and Elon rigging the election. Am I missing something? Or is he confessing to yet another damn crime, for what it's worth? The clip circulated and Elon would reply on the platform that he bought largely off the backs of the labor that he squeezes out of people in the United States and abroad. And a platform that he purchased with investors like Diddy and Saudi to help spread misinformation, delegitimize sources, news sources, and help Trump win the election. Also bring back, of course, neo-Nazis and white supremacists en masse to the platform. So, yeah, he decided to, when he saw that video, that it was circulating on his platform, reply with a salute emoji. Now, let's just reread what Trump said, all right? Just in case you missed it. He journeyed to Pennsylvania. I'm not doing the Trump impression. I don't do that stuff. Where he spent a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania, speaking of Musk. And he's a popular guy. He was very effective, and he knows those computers better than anybody. All those computers, those vote-counting computers. And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide. So it was pretty good, pretty good. So thank you to Elon. The Daily Beast, Lee Kimmons would write, it's not totally clear what Trump is talking about, especially as Pennsylvania says it doesn't use one type of voting machine. As of June 2020, according to its official website, all 67 of the Commonwealth counties had voting systems that produce voter verifiable paper records and meet 21st century standards of security, auditability, and accessibility. Kimmons followed that paragraph up with this. However, during the 24 election campaign, the software in one county suffered a high-profile malfunction. The issue in Cambria County in early November prevented voters from scanning their ballots. They were later manually counted by the Board of Elections. In the end, Trump won the state with 50.4% of the votes. While on the Pennsylvania front, just a quick fact check, after crediting billionaire supporter Musk for his efforts in PA, Trump claimed, we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, which of course was not a landslide. Trump beat Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee in the state, by under 2 percentage points. I think there's a lot of people who want to blame, and when they don't like a result, they will latch on to literally anything to confirm their own biases in this. Me personally, I don't know what happened. I know from journalists doing their due diligence for Mother Jones, to name one, and how the election interference that has gone on has been widely reported as well. And that goes into the stake in the presidency that I believe Russian President Vladimir Putin has, and how he wants a certain candidate in office. But also when it comes to election interference, it's not just him. It is the amount of gerrymandering that goes on. We don't really associate that with election interference because we have continued to handcuff that term to a foreign adversary and how they want Trump to be president. And I do firmly believe that. But there was also a report a few months ago, prior to the election being done, when there were some troubling storylines, also came from Mother Jones, that Elon Musk may or may not have a direct line with Vladimir Putin and may or may not have shut down Starlink in helping the Ukrainians fight against the Russians. So there's a lot here. I understand with some folks on the internet, they are going to want to say, see, this is it. This is it. I don't know, honestly. And you don't know either. You can feel a certain type of way, leaning in one direction or the other. But until we have the concrete evidence, I don't think it's worth us, and this comes from someone who despises both of these men, I don't think it does us any good to go down the blue MAGA, schmooing on blue MAGA conspiracy theories that we saw running rampant on different platforms. There needs to be investigations. And I understand who is leading the Justice Department right now. Are we going to get those? No. But I think we will in due time. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.